Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome to today's video. And if you're just seeing my video for the first time or you've been seeing my videos and you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe, click on the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop new videos. All right. So in today's video, we'll be talking about resolution, conflict resolution habits that you can practice in your relationship for a long-lasting relationship and to also build a bond and connection in your relationship, right? And as we all know, you form relationships on daily basis. It may not be intimate relationship, but it could be business, whatever kind of friendship relationship, whatever kind of relationship that you have. You can use some of these tips to resolve conflicts. All right. So let's dive right into the video. Every relationship has conflict. What matters is how you handle the conflict, and how you handle the conflict determines, the bond and the longevity of that relationship. So today, stay tuned with me as I carry you through this journey. The key to manage conflict or to resolve conflict is to approach conflict or disagreements with understanding, respect, problem solving rather than blaming or avoidance. You see, some people would rather avoid conflict. And when I mean avoid, they would rather not talk about it, not mention it, even though they are hurt or they don't like the way things are going. They would rather apply, avoidance techniques than having an open communication about uh, conflict resolution. Now, do not assume that the other person knows, because you see, over the years you meet people from different cultural backgrounds, meet different people with different beliefs, that what is wrong, what you consider wrong or inappropriate to them may not be. All right. So that's why, rather than avoiding to have conversations about your conflict, it is important that you apply understanding, you talk about it. All right. So I give you these tools, these tips that you need for conflict resolution. All right. The first one is stay calm and regulate your emotions. When you're addressing conflict, you need to stay calm and regulate your emotions. I understand that we are individual and will react and respond to things differently. I, for one, may be the type. I, for one, may be the type that will want to burst out, but it's always good to regulate your emotion. And I tell you how I regulate my emotion when something, in the face of conflict, I know that I may not have the right approach, the right emotional, emotions, or I may not express myself the way in the most calm manner. What I would do is I prefer to send a message to a person. I said, "Hi, this is what I want to talk to you about. Can we meet a certain time to talk about this?" Now, what I am doing is I'm preparing myself, I'm planning myself to know the things I want to talk about, and I'm giving the next person the chance to be able to think about what they have to say to me. And I've tried it, I see that most times it's very effective for me. Now, it's not everybody that can be calm. People react to their emotions differently. Some will burst out and, change the atmosphere. Some people can be very, very calm to express themselves. So it's always very good. If you see that you're getting overwhelmed, you can always ask for a timeout. I find it hard to react to things right there immediately when someone does something where there's a conflict. I find it hard to react immediately because I tell you what, I don't may not have the best reaction. So I let things cool and then I can address it. So you need to look for a strategy that you can use, what works best for you. But the bottom line is, when you are addressing, you're trying to resolve conflict, you have to stay calm and regulate your emotions. All right. The next point is, you need to listen to understand, not listen to respond. Oftentimes, people listen to their partners when they are talking so they know the response to give. You need to learn to listen to understand. Now, research shows that 80% of conflicts are resolved when partners feel they are truly heard. All right, so you need to listen to understand what your partner is saying, their concerns, not to give them the response, not to show them that, come on, I've got all the answers to your questions. All right. Now, you need to focus on the problem, not the person. You need to learn to address the problem, not attack your partner's character. Now, for example, you feel your partner has not been helping you in certain areas as they should. Rather than calling them lazy, you're mean, you're this, you're that, it's best you tell them, I am overwhelmed in this area, and I think a little help from you will go a long way. No, these things are not always easy to do when your emotions are very high. But we can do it. You don't want to make your home or your life a war zone. You need peace. In your relationship, you need peace. All right? The next conflict resolution habit you need to practice is to keep past issues out of current issues. All right? A lot of us are guilty of this. All right? So you need to keep past issues out of current issues. You won't go about saying, oh, you did this some time ago. And some people can remember and bring up issues that had happened in ages ago into every conversation and every conflict they're having. So you need to let the past be the past. Understand that it's also good to know, don't forget what has happened, but it's always good to keep the past in the past and address current issues. Silent treatment is not the best resolution to conflict. As a matter of fact, it's not even a resolution to conflict. It's rather compound the issues rather than solving it. So it's best you engage in open communication. When there's a conflict, you need to talk about it. Talk about your concerns. You need to have an open communication about conflict, because if there's a conflict and no one is willing to talk about, how would the other person know that they've done something they ought not to do? So we cannot overemphasize the need of communication. All right. So you need to talk about, because you see, I feel, and over the years, you think your partner should know what you want. They don't live inside of you. They don't live in your head until you start talking about things. You need to open up and talk about things. Do not assume they should know. All right? So, talk about your conflict. All right? Every conflict should end with reassurance. This will help to, strengthen the bond between you and your partner. You may not agree 100%, and obviously, you are two different individuals and you cannot agree all the time. However, even in the place of your disagreement, you should always end every conflict with reassurance. I do not agree with you on this point. However, I still love you. I've had someone, told me, Abigail, I do not agree with you, but whatever it takes to support you, let me know. You know what that did to me? It got me thinking, okay, this is even more dangerous than the person saying, I don't agree with you, I don't care, whatever you want to do, do it, I just don't care. No, this person said, look, I don't agree with you, we don't share the same thoughts on this, but whichever thing you decide to do, I will support impact you. So every conflict should end with, it's not always easy, but you can try to make it easy, all right, with reassurance. I'll tell you this: healthy couples don't avoid disagreements and conflicts, but they look for the best way to manage it with respect, love, and understanding. It is not always about who wins, it's about doing everything you can to strengthen your bond. And as you practice this, I wish you all a healthy relationship. I wish you all a strengthened relationship. And I wish that you will prosper in your relationship. I am your host again, Abigail Ajayi. I will always be here to give you inspirations that will impact your family, impact your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, all right? Stay blessed, stay out of trouble, prioritize your mental health. Now remember, if you're not managing conflicts in the best way, it will impact your mental health, all right? So I wish you all the best in all that you do, and I love you. I love you so much. I'll see you same time next week, and bye.